Bandito Yankee Tequila Tuesday as well. So that means that our next guest, Arizona Cardinals beat writer Bob McManaman, the Arizona Republic and AZ Central Sports is where you can read all of his great stuff, and you can follow him on Twitter at AZ Bobby Mack. Bobby, Jimmy B, and Manoj, how are you, pal?
I'm good. Do they still call it Twitter, or are they calling it X?
X Factor, Twitter, whatever works for whomever.
Yeah, it's still Twitter to me.
I mean, whatever works for you one way or the other. I think that the Twitter is still there for a lot of people's silent protest for Elon trying to change things up. So we refer to it as Twitter.
Twitter, yeah, we still do.
Yeah, we grew up with Twitter. We call it Twitter, Bobby.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Bobby.
I didn't say that because we changed it to X on our platform. We call it X.
Okay.
Formerly known as Twitter.
Twitter? Okay. I love it. That's great. I saw your tweet today about Ertz being back and also them acquiring another defensive back. Let's start first with the tight end, Zach Ertz.
Yeah, they're going to ease him back. He was out doing a lot of stuff today, but when it comes to playing, I don't think you'll see him this Saturday. But you should see him do a little bit in Minnesota cautiously. They're going to bring him along slow, but he'll be ready for week 1. And that's huge because I think, and I've said this and written this, knowing what they have and what they don't have, I think Zach Ertz, now that he's back, and again, they'll be eased in over the next couple of 3 weeks, but he's going to end up as the best pass catcher on this team, in my opinion, meaning he'll have the most receptions and I would argue the most yards, maybe not the most touchdowns, but they're going to throw to him a ton because he's that reliable. So it's very good.
You know, it's interesting you bring that up, Bob, because I think he's such an added dimension per se. And watching this team offensively, I thought it was a very clean game per se. They were 50% in third down conversions from that standpoint, 35 minutes to 24. Yep. I thought that he's just that extra added incentive, and I agree with you. If any of these home run hitting receivers, the Moores and Hollywood Browns and the Dortches or whomever, fall off by the wayside, if he can stay healthy, that means Zach Ertz, he will be a huge part of this team, especially inside that red zone.
Yeah. I think you're going to see him catch 8 to 15-yard passes all over the place, especially in the red zone, guys, where you know that's where it comes. That's where tight ends make their money in this league, really, unless you're some of the great ones, like Kelsey and a lot of guys before him. But you know, I don't know if he's going to catch those, you know, over crossing routes and then go 40, 50 yards for a TD. I doubt you're going to see that. But in the end zone, yeah, he's going to be a big target and a reliable pass catcher. It's good to have him back.
And hopefully Trey McBride will make that next stride going into his second year. You brought the veteran Swaim in. You got Togai. You got, I think, a good, solid group. But Ertz is clearly that guy that separates himself from all the others.
There's no doubt. Yeah, I like Swaim, though. Don't underestimate what he can bring to the run game and pass blocking. They're going to use him a lot. And I know they've been bringing out Dennis Daly in the jumbo formation as an extra tackle out there, but Swaim is known for that, and you know, quarterback's best friend is a blocking tight end many times, so they're going to see him out there a lot. McBride is behind; he missed a lot of time, so he needs to catch up. But he's trying to take as many mental reps as he can. I don't know how that's going to translate, but we'll see.
All right. Bob McManaman is our guest on the Right Toyota guest line. Bobby, on the tweet today that you sent out, what can you tell us then about Shane Chandler and the acquisition that they got him out of Carolina?
Sean Charles.
Sean, thank you.
Sean Charles.
Sean, yes. There you go.
Sean Chandler.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm just glad that Buda's not hurt or Jalen Thompson's not hurt. It's depth. You know, churning the back end, you know, doesn't mean he's going to stick, but he's played some games. He does play special teams. They're always looking for help there. They had an opening after cutting Stevie Scott, the running back. I wonder what they're going to do there. I think, personally, they need to bring in another running back with some experience. I wouldn't be against a LeGarrette Blount or who's the other guy out there I'm missing
Ingram?
that's available.
Ingram?
No, the other guy. Sorry?
Oh, let me take a look. I'm looking at the up to right.
Oh, he's big name. Big name. I mean, I know a couple of them just hooked up.
Well, Clement, you got Tyson Williams there as well.
Yeah, but I anyways, I just think I like the idea of Marlon Mack, and it's too bad he's lost for the year with the Achilles, but I just think there needs to be one more guy there to really step in that number 2 role, just in case. James Conner is great, but he has a tendency to miss 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 games a year, and through no fault of his own, it's part of the profession at that position. But I feel safer if I'm them, and I think you'll see that at some point. I think they've got to address that. Whether it's Blount or somebody else, I think that'll happen.
Bob, you look at this defense. I think we all watched Zaven Collins. I thought he had a decent game coming off the edge and looked more natural. I also thought Isaiah Simmons looked more natural in that secondary as well, too, with the movement, getting into coverage, and nobody going by him. But I thought overall, those two who I watched, and then also with Paris Johnson Jr. at the right tackle, you know what? That progress is being seen by Collins and Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah, I thought they each had a play or two. Collins maybe 2 plays that stood out to me, but I really, guys, question whether he's going to be able to have enough moves to get back there regularly to make any kind of significant difference. I wonder if any player that's rushing the passer here is going to make regular, consistent contributions. And sacks are nice, but even TFLs or getting the running back behind the line of scrimmage. I don't know how many guys are capable of doing that all the time, and I don't think any one of them are, but collectively, they might have the numbers to do it. But I'll say
2 minutes.
Paris, that offensive line, each guy had 2, 3, or 4 plays where they just blew the guy up that they were blocking, or run blocking, pass blocking. It didn't matter. Paris Johnson drove a guy like 20 yards down, Randy Gregory threw him down like a rag doll, and so did Froholt, and so did Will Hernandez, and so did DJ Humphries, and even Elijah Wilkinson. They all had huge moments of blowing people up. I talked to Drew Petzing about that today, and he remarked, "Hey, I love it. Physicality. You got to play violent. That whole line is violent, and they love getting after it. That's an OC's dream, man. You gotta love it."
There you go. Quickly, before we let you go, what do you expect to see from the Cardinals against the Kansas City Chiefs in the second preseason game?
Well, they did such a nice job against Denver. You're hoping that they stay clean. They keep eliminating the penalties. There was only one pre-snap penalty, which I thought was just amazing. After seeing that for the last 3, 4, 5 years, it has been nuts. One turnover, but it was a mistake. It wasn't the quarterback's fault. Protect the ball. Petzing said he's going to call this game from the booth to get a different perspective, see where he wants to be. I think that's interesting. A good call by him to find out where he needs to be, what he finds to be the best thing to get the plays in. It worked seamlessly on Friday. We'll see how it is Saturday, when I expect a ton of Chiefs to be there. Because you know why?
Sure.
Because of the Chiefs when they won a Super Bowl. So they want to win badly, though. I'll tell you, the Cardinals are all talking about, we got to win. We got to win. We want to win this game. Well, preseason, go have at it. Doesn't matter, but,
I got
it'll
you.
put a feather in your hat, make you smile while you walk down the street. That's good.
All right. It's always great, pal, when you come on with us. We always appreciate you.
Thank you.
Enjoy this weekend's game, and we'll